Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris in our Roma Galactica series. So we are in the process of expanding this early stellar Roman Empire, Roman Star Empire.
System survey.
It's going pretty well. We've eliminated some space pirates already. We haven't met any aliens yet, which this early in the game, that's kind of a good thing, I would argue. You don't want to meet an alien empire too quickly. You kind of want a second to establish yourself in peace before you have that moment of first contact. Not that it's bad if the opposite happens. We made some Star Trek references in the last episode, and I mean, well, there are Star Trek episodes, let's not kid ourselves, in every Stellaris episode, but, you could have a Earth-like first contact scenario where you're contacted the moment you develop space travel, warp travel, and that can be just as compelling in Stellaris. But I think I kind of prefer it, especially when you're trying to build a stellar empire. I kind of prefer it if things, are a little bit more steadily paced. Shan Lu died. What? Oh, wow. Space Amoeba Mother System is in Kador. So the Space Amoeba home system is not far away. We've lost another science ship. Ill-fated Roman science ships, people. This is rough. Okay, so we need to wait a few months in order to be able to train another one. This has been a hazardous time for these science ships. We're surrounded by hazards. Part of the thing is that we're playing on a slightly smaller map, so there are just more choke points. But that being said, I mean, for the Space Amoeba Mother and the Enigmatic Fortress to be that close, that's a dangerous area of space. Maybe we'll expand that direction first. What do you think? Maybe we'll go that way. Let's have a quick look at the surface of these worlds to see what's being done here. I think I'd rather have minerals from that particular population than anything else. Okay, good. That hydroponics farm is being expanded too. So is that one. And we'll come back to Earth when more needs to be done there. Someone asked me in a comment on episode 1, going into... Hang on. Going into edicts. Encouraging free thought and getting the research bonus early on. Now this reduces the ethics attraction, and someone just asked me, hey, why don't you do this? Too much influence cost? And yes, that's the primary reason. I like to save up as much influence as I can because it's a resource that can run out in the early game. We have plenty right now, but when you're recruiting new leaders, especially if leaders die, when you're colonizing a lot of new planets, you'll find yourself running out of that, and I tend not to use edicts too much, but I might in this episode. The other thing about encouraging free thought is the divergence in ethics. Now, ethics divergence works differently in Utopia. Now, our governing ethics will simply be less attractive to our populations, and they're more likely to join factions. But, which, of course, we have two factions that emerged last episode, the Whetstone Initiative and the One Throne Group. But yeah, that's why. So thank you for that comment, because I think that's a worthy question of answering. But that's why I don't use it.
Research complete.
Speaking of new factions, what do we have? The Academy of Research Efficiency. Now that, I should have no problem pleasing you. Bleeding Edge. Staying ahead of the curve and not allowing any fellow empires to be more than equivalent in tech level will please the Academy of Research Efficiency. And then Science Without Borders. Signing research treaties with at least 3 other empires will please the Academy of Research Effectiveness. Cool! So I like these factions so far. I like the factions that have spawned, and I like the new system. Alright, so now we have to pick a new research project. Synchronized defenses sounds nice, but you know what sounds even nicer? A physics lab. Typically, you want to go for every rare technology as soon as they pop up, but in this case, no. In this case, I'm not going to do that. Because I want that improved physics research, so that those future technologies can arrive even faster. As I talked about in the last episode, we're keeping the game on speed 2 for now, just so things don't fly by too quickly. And I'm enjoying it so far. I think it works well. Let's go ahead and build a science lab here on Sirius Continentum, where that new pop is expanding. You might be noticing that my policy towards building things, I kind of just build things where the population goes. I support my population as they decide to colonize. Oh, Sirius Continentum has a weak magnetic field. Reduce growth time and reduce habitability. That sucks. But still a nice planet. So yeah, if a planet grows a new population in a certain area, I'll just build something for that population there. And I'm not saying I'll never move them around. I totally will when it's necessary. But I have a tendency just to not micromanage there too much. Let's go ahead and upgrade our fleet here.
Ships upgraded.
Nice. Got a little attack power boost from that. Let's go take on the enigmatic fortress. What could possibly go wrong, right? Actually, I do want to scout out the Robinok system with my strike force to see if the space amoebas are still there or if they finally left us. Do I finally have enough for a new science ship? No, but I will soon. That's what I was saving up for. I was gonna build a new science ship with some of the money I just put into those stations. It's fine. I keep forgetting we've lost 2 science ships in a row. 2 researchers. That's sad, man. Like, this is Roman science, and it's off to a rough start in the galaxy. Alright, things are going pretty well on Earth. We need to colonize Alpha. Oh, nope, space amoebas haven't left. But they also don't come towards me when I get close. So I'm just gonna... Is it B for returning? Yes, it is. I'm just gonna get those systems to go back to Sol, or get those ships to go back to Sol. And we'll work on hitting them back as soon as we can. As soon as I can build destroyers, I'll probably take out those space amoebas so we can continue exploring in that direction a little bit more. Now, I think I can finally build... Yep, let's build another Konsu-class science ship. Oh, man. Hopefully, future ships will have better luck. So we've improved most resources in our core area. By the way, check this out. I've turned off details map mode, and now all it's showing me is what hasn't been improved yet, or what hasn't been colonized yet. Turn it back on, it shows me everything as per usual. I'm going to leave it on because I find it more interesting. And for experienced players, when we're looking at the map closely, it helps you take in more information. So the RSS Zephyr, or Zephyr, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Let's go for Elsa Bergmeister, who is not only our youngest recruit, but she has a reduced anomaly fail risk. Now, don't you go dying on me, Elsa Bergmeister. Alright, we're not going to go to Kador. We're going to go here. We have to set you, yeah, to passive so that you can fly through Balawar. Tell you what, just to be on the safe side, let's... No. There we go. I'm going to have to be careful sending any ships into Balawar because any ships coming straight from Sirius jump in range of the enigmatic fortress. The enigmatic fortress. It's going to be challenging. Until, of course, we can knock that thing out. This is still a good start. It's just the space around us is a little tight in a couple of places. Man, this is going to be a crazy food production world. We're not going to have any problem. Barnard Continentum, it's kind of like ancient Libya. Libya was the breadbasket of the Roman Empire, so to speak. Alright, so we now can unlock clearing tile blockers. We can... that's what we just did. But we can now clear the dangerous animals. Now, neural implants allow us to have a slave army and slave processing facility. Engos vapor refining improves habitability. Food output, don't really need that. You know, let's go for Engos vapor refining. It's going to take 91 months to research that. Can we find any synergies here? No, we can't. That's fine. Alright, so our science ship is now on the way to Diadem, and let's go ahead and queue up a few more orders, and hopefully have this ship not die on us. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, I'm going to save up for another colony ship, so let's put things up to speed 3 for a bit while that ship scouts.
Anomaly found.
There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on this inhospitable rock. Well then, research it, please. Find out what's going on. Alright, once we get up to 369, we'll be able to build another colony ship. Almost there. 2 months away, roughly. Cyberx Research Station.
Situation log
Good to know.
updated. Anomaly found.
There's a significant amount of debris in orbit around this gas giant. Most of it appears to come from long-lost starships of various configurations. We'll research it then. That should be good for us. Let's build a new colony ship. Alright, and we'll slow things back down to speed 2. We also need to build spaceports soon. I like that we have a pretty good energy situation at the moment, all things considered. Let's go ahead and clear... Well, no, I can't clear those just yet, but we'll be able to soon. Okay. Barnard Continentum doesn't have any modifiers. I was curious. I was like, well, what modifiers do you have, sir? The strong gravity well of Diadem 2 has pulled in a massive amount of space debris from which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears to be wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris of valuable technologies and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. Cool. So we might need to build a frontier station out here. It's kind of annoying that the enigmatic fortress is there. I wish it had spawned over here, because I'm going to have to be careful giving orders to anyone that jumps in this direction. I'm going to have to micromanage them. I haven't had that happen to me in Stellaris before. We'll totally do it. It's fine. It's just, I'm acknowledging that that's kind of frustrating. Okay, I've got some research stations to build. Let's go ahead and take care of this. Another tradition. Pop growth time reduced by 10% and colony development speed increased by 50. Or frontier outposts can be built closer. Or should we go for a new domination ethic? Governor skills increased by 2 and empire leader capacity increased by 2. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. Build a science lab there for that new population that's growing. And there are not any... Oh, there's another one new in here. Very good. Need to wait a second, but
System survey
we'll be almost there.
complete.
In a couple of months. Or we will be there in a couple of months. 10 more days. Go. Alright. Hostile fleets present. What do we have? Zephyr, why are you... No. Why did you go there? Did I tell her to scout that system? I thought the Space Amoeba Mother system was Kador, but it's also Chox? You're kidding me. You're kidding me. This is insane. All right, well, in that case, can you... How quickly can you get out of there? Oh, crap. Retreat. Yeah, get out of there. Oh, man. We are closed in here. We're totally closed in. We can't explore further until our strike force has improved. So we've got to focus on building more ships. We have more fleet capacity, so we totally can. All right, well, let's order the Zephyr once they come out of hyperspace to dock in Sol. We're not going to lose another scientist to this nonsense. Wow. All right, yeah, I just need to wait for minerals to build up and I can start training corvettes. There's one. It'll help when we have an additional colony as well. But dear God, we are boxed in. Space amoebas, man, they're all around us. If we don't take care of this, other empires are going to expand beyond our capacity. So this is going to present an early game challenge. I'm going to keep things on speed 2. Just, again, because a lot can happen at once out of nowhere in Stellaris, and I prefer not to let those moments hit us out of nowhere. Hit us unexpectedly, I suppose, and then not be able to process what's happening. All right, so the RSS community is ready to colonize Alpha Centauri. Let's put you right up there in the corner. So this is Centauri Continentum. We could also use as a label, I remember, I think this is from Star Trek, there's a world called Syria Planum. Or maybe that's not from Star Trek. I think that might be a region on, is it Mars? But maybe I could use Planum in the place of Continentum for certain worlds. Maybe for Savannah worlds, perhaps? There's another label on my list of... I got this from a longtime subscriber of mine from a list of different, suffixes for planet names.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
So there's a label for Savannah that's not that, but who knows? We can play with it. So our science ship has arrived in Seoul, and it's going to stay there. It's going to stay there for a long time. And we're going to build up additional... we're going to build up additional corvettes. It's like watching paint dry. We need these ships to continue expanding. So we just need as many of these to pop out as we possibly can. Let's work on that, please.
Colonization in progress.
Good. All right, so now this colony is being set up. Nothing else going on there. How about... Oh, cool. So we'll be able to build the Xeno Zoo here. Not right now, but we'll be able to before long. We need to research that. As soon as the option becomes available, I will do that. Strike Force is getting stronger. Especially once I have destroyers, it'll be very strong. But we have plenty of naval capacity and plenty of energy surplus in order to pursue that. So I'm going to focus on it. The good news is that this is also preventing aliens from getting to us, especially if we have any aggressive neighbors, but still not the best news. Like, I would rather be able to get past some of these regions. Train another corvette. Yep, we're going to keep the science ship planted right where it is. I mean, I suppose I could go out this direction and survey a little bit, so let's do that. I'm just nervous because there have been so many just blocks anywhere I try to go. There is a Cyberx research station there that I've got to investigate.
Construction complete.
Alright, so our strike force is up to 417 attack power. We still need more upgrades, honestly, but we'll be working on those as soon as technologies come available. So you can bet that I'm going to be focused on improving, either working towards the ability to build destroyers or improving weapons, whichever comes first. So here's the Lando system. You can bet that that is an intentional system name. Stellaris is full of references to popular science fiction. Oh, man.
Anomaly found.
This asteroid recently suffered an impact from another body within the asteroid belt, which resulted in a slightly changed orbit and a massive crater on the surface. Well, let's look at the crater then, because clearly there could be some research value there. More corvettes. As much as I want to build more stations, I'm exploiting all the resources I can at the moment, and we need more ships, period. That is what we need added to our arsenal. So let's work on that. Let's go to speed 3.
Ships upgraded.
Asteroid collision, so sweet. There's going to be some additional mining to be done in the Lando system. Train another corvette. We're up to 459 attack power. We're approaching our cap for naval capacity, and our energy surplus is going away, and it will continue to go away
Construction complete.
as long as we train new ships.
Anomaly found.
Which is a shame, but it is what it is.
Research complete.
There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization. Good, research it. Let's find out what it is. Alright, so we finished researching the spaceport. New armor is good, but I'd rather have the ability to build destroyers, which we will now unlock. Okay, I'm going to build 14 corvettes, I think. Broken Cyberx warforms. Very nice. Can't research it just yet. Okay, good. It seems like it's relatively safe out in this direction. Maybe? I don't know what to believe anymore. Physics lab is researched. Power plant 2. Yes, absolutely. We are going to need that. So yeah, I guess now, given that we need to focus on building up ships, I'll keep the game on speed 3 for a bit.
Colony established.
I think first target is going to be these guys,
Complete.
because I don't have to deal with the enigmatic fortress just yet. Plus, we're close to a hyperlane between these two arms of the galaxy, and I want to start scouting in that direction as well. Let's work on building a few research stations. Okay, a colossal impact crater. Research it, please. Okay, so some pretty mineral and energy dense systems here. Alright, now I need to work on getting these things upgraded. These stations upgraded, because we're researching level 3 spaceports, but we only have one spaceport so far, and it's level 1. I'm going to keep the Corvette number where it currently is. So our attack fleet is strength 584. Once we get some destroyers, we should be able to take on some of the spaceborne ships near us. I would like to be able to scout Ravenart, because that's another system that we could exploit for resources. Oh, nice! We have detected the presence of a primitive alien civilization on Tavkalaba. On Tavkalaba in the Pawnia system. They appear to be in the later stages of the Bronze Age, having mastered early metalworking. Although most of their population is rural, several large city-states have formed. We should consider forming or building an observation post above their world to study them more closely. Notice this. We can see that there are primitives in this system. Bronze Age primitives. And I don't know if the icon corresponds to the age that they're in. I hope it does. It certainly does in this case, but you can now see from the map that there are primitives in that system. Helps you remember where you've built observation stations and where you haven't. So, okay, now we don't actually have any of that resource yet, but we have access to it. Yeah, let's definitely research the Xeno Zoo. Or wait. Was there a better tech? Yeah, let's go for more naval capacity first, before that Xeno Zoo. Our citizens are happy enough. Alright, let's go for the spaceport upgrade here. Yeah, we are going to keep the game on fastest for a little while, given that our expansion was so bluntly halted. All that talk about keeping the game on speed 2 has gone out the window. We have things to do, man. Okay, so she now has a psionics expertise, which improves her research speed. Good for her. Very nice.
Construction complete.
Let's see, what would be the best way to do this?
Construction complete.
Here we go.
System survey complete.
Alright. So hopefully we will have an easier time exploring out in this direction. Hopefully. Another tradition. Yeah, I like pop growth time being reduced by 10%, so let's do that. Notice that it's significantly more expensive to adopt new policies now. As of the moment you guys are watching this, we are one day away from Utopia launching. Are you excited? I'm definitely enjoying it so far. I've played it a little bit outside of this series as well, and I think it adds a lot to the game, and there are a lot of additions that I haven't even gotten to touch yet that I'm very, very excited about.
Anomaly found.
Someone asked me what superstructure I'm going to build first, what megastructure. I don't know. I have no idea. Despite the toxic content and high pressure of this planet's atmosphere, strong life signs have been detected coming from the surface. Well, research it then. Figure out what's going on. Actually, we are 25 minutes into this episode, so I'll go ahead and cut this one here. And in the next one, we are going to continue expanding in this direction if we can, or at least scouting in this direction, as well as building up our military to where we can take care of these guys, exploit the Rabanok systems, resources, and then, yeah, just see what the possibilities are over here, because it's just dangerous in this direction, particularly because of the enigmatic fortress. So we might have kind of a wall there. Not a hard wall. I mean, we definitely will be able to kill some of the space amoebas in these systems, but these are space amoeba mothers that we've encountered in both of these systems. So it's going to take a large fleet, and it's going to be a while before we build in that direction, or before we are able to expand in that direction. So we have some ships to build in the meantime. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New science fiction, survival, and or simulation content airs every single day at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.